Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, because somewhere around the world, that is truly what time it is. I want to thank you for being on the show today. I want to thank you for tuning in to the show today, rather. My name is Tony X, and this show is produced for entertainment purposes, or education purposes as well. This show is not meant at all to show or represent the campaign for Antone Tucker, and insinuating such a lie would cause excuse me, it would cause some accountability on your part. So I'm sorry if I'm not catching up properly right now. Today's show is the Democratic lie. What's good, Jetto? What's up with you, man? How's everything, brother? The Democratic lie. That is today's show today. I want to play some things because I wanted to revisit America's current most favorite racist, Ralph Northam. You know, whose wife was handing out cotton. That Ralph. Before we get into the show, though, let's get into this. Please be mindful this show is for 18 years of age and older. All copyright laws will be respected, but this show is intended to use the Fair Use Act of it. Thank you very much. Please do remember that the New Right Party channel and the New Red Party show is sponsored by patriots like you, and as long as you're sending these donations, it allows me to create the content that will continue to make these motherfuckers sick. As you were.
He's on fire!
Versus the family and my family entertainment and his team no sleep. Flossy high and yeah we made it. The haters keep on hating on the songs that we be making, and I heard they want my soul. Illuminati wanna take it. Versus the family and my family entertainment and his team no sleep. Flossy high and yeah we made it. The haters keep on hating on the songs that we be making, and I heard they want my soul. Illuminati wanna take it.
CEO, bullshit, paying for the pussy, I endorse it, riding through the city, that's my off. Okay. Whew. I'm supposed to have a guest on. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to bring her in. She has a channel. It's a spiritual channel, but she had some questions as well. So let me see. Let's see if we can bring her in while we do the show, and let's see if we can bring up some topics as well. Let me see. Okie dokie. I'll set that show up. Sorry, y'all. Alright, so it does show up. Let me see if I can get this person on. Give me 1 second. You know I'm big on fashion. Check out srgfashion.com for the best suits you can get. Look great being conservative. And also, check out dogspurpose.com for job placement programs as well as vocational training for the future. Stay American, stay great. You know I'm big on fashion. Check out srgfashion.com for the best suits you can get. Look great being conservative. And also, check out dogspurpose.com for job placement programs as well as vocational training for the future. Stay American, stay great. You know I'm big on fashion. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. I'm not going to be able to get that guest on today. If you're watching, I don't accommodate. I text you an hour before the show actually aired. So, this last minute stuff is just unprofessional and I don't do that. So I'm sorry. We're going to have to try to have that done another time. But I can't do the last minute, thing. I can't do that. This has to be set up. Everything has to be set up correctly. Shout out to Jetto the Dawn in the building, Walter Davis in the building, Woodrow Platt in the building. I want to thank you guys for tuning in so far. I don't know what's going on with the chat, but we'll let it catch up. We'll let the show's just started. I'm sorry for the wait. Tana, what's good with you? Thank you for being in the building. All right, so today's show, we're gonna talk about something. I just want to show you guys the lies that the left actually commits on a daily basis. I'm sorry. Thank you for being in the building, Courtney. Thank you for being in the building. Could you come text on the phone and say you're gonna have to do this another time because this is not professional at all, and make sure that you say that inside that I text the hour beforehand, please. I'm getting a little petulant right now. All right, so let me get right into it. I gotta get right into it. So here you have this fool here, Ralph Northam. I believe that's how you say his name, Northam, a.k.a. the Coon Man. The Coon Man. The Coon Man. And let's go to what was said about him. Let's go to what was said about him. I just want to show you something real quick. Let's go to what was said about the Coon Man. Fake outrage. Let's get into it.
Our history is full of Americans who were proud. I wish I didn't have to talk about this tonight. I wish we didn't have to talk about the...
Now, this is probably the first and last time you've heard this dude say anything about this racist.
Racist part of yet another American politician. Another of our leaders who publicly trafficked in racism, who proudly wore some of the most offensive symbols in this nation's history. And I wish we didn't have to talk about this on the first night of Black History Month. Maybe it's good we're having this discussion. But how many?
That's the positive that he takes from it. But if this was Trump, forget about it. Imagine if Donald Trump was wearing blackface or a damn KKK hood. Imagine if Donald Trump was in a picture with somebody who was wearing blackface or in a KKK hood. Donald Lemonade does not currently call that man a racist, and there is no combined effort whatsoever to have him step down. Let's get into the worm, Al Sharpton.
Good evening and welcome to Politics Nation. Tonight's lead, despite...
Look how. Hold on, y'all. Let's get it. I want you to look at this dude's face. If you can't look at his face and tell that he if you can't look at his face and tell that he is struggling to read this teleprompter, I don't know what to tell you, to be honest with you.
Withering pressure from his own party and even the Trump administration to resign, Virginia Governor Ralph Northam has said to his constituents, don't believe your lying eyes. Because in the past 24 hours, Northam has apologized.
His show has shit for ratings. I'm going to just tell you that outright right now. This dude here is the worst. Oh my God.
For a racist photo on his medical school yearbook page depicting people in Ku Klux Klan robes and blackface, only to come out today with the triangulation that none of the people in the photo were him, and as such, no resignation is necessary. He stuck to that version at a press conference earlier today.
I believe then and now that I am not either of the people in that photo. I cannot in good conscience choose the path that would be easier for me in an effort to duck.
Now, remember, hold on.
My responsibility to reconcile. I intend to continue doing the business of Virginia.
Folks, if you follow me on this show, you know what side I come down on. It goes without saying that Northam should resign, and you'll hear that from me tonight. But I want to add that even if he is ousted by internal pressure, it won't excuse the Democratic Party's blind spots on racism or absolve the Republican Party for ignoring it within their own ranks.
Okay. What the fuck does what this piece of shit has done have to do with any Republicans? There is literally no Republicans wearing a KKK hood and blackface in any of their pictures. There are none. And anytime a Republican has said anything insensitive about anyone's ethnicity, he was removed promptly from his position and or stepped down. Now, you see now, they have their go-to sellout token Negroes. Hey, Pillon, Pillon. I hope I said that correctly. Robert Leonard Santos, Walter Davis, Shannon from the New Right Party, Courtney Bowman, Expendable. You see, they have their token Negroes come out and give you the I'm serious and the I can barely read coverage on this racist. They acknowledge it, but now currently you hear nothing about them calling him a racist. And in fact, there was no outrage when it was decided that he just wasn't doing it. He just wasn't going to step down whatsoever. It's no outrage. These people are not saying anything about it. That's called privilege. Now let's get into something. Shout out to Anthony Brian Logan for pointing this out, but I want to put my own 1-2 to it, if you guys don't mind.
In the 6 a.m. hour on Saturday, there was this clip of Cummings.
Now watch how they try to destroy this black woman that went into Baltimore and exposed Elijah Cummings' district and Elijah Cummings being derelict on his duty.
Questioning the Homeland Security Secretary about conditions at the border. Then Fox brought in a guest named Kimberly Clackett, who went to impoverished parts of West Baltimore and made videos of trashed lots and ruined row homes. Fox called her a Republican strategist. They've called her that for more than a year now. But there is no evidence that she's ever been employed by a campaign. She did run for a local county GOP position and lost last year. So
now this is the hit piece. Now this is what they do. These devils don't want black people to get help. The girl only went into her own damn state and community and reported what she's seeing so she can get help for the people. And you would think black folks would be sitting there like, nah, why the hell is he trying to tear this sister down? Why is he? Hold on, I'm not finished.
So they call her a Republican strategist, maybe because she wrote right-wing blog posts for this website for a while. Then she started getting booked on TV again and again as a so-called strategist on The Hill and on Fox and other shows. Her LinkedIn profile pointedly says she's a commentator, quote, not under contract, which means she's going on Fox for free.
Now they try to play her.
Earlier this month, she decided to take on Cummings by making web videos about Baltimore's rundown neighborhoods. But I tell you all this to explain here is where the president is getting his information.
From a credible source that you just tried to destroy on your national news network platform, where you would never go to where she went through with that camera and ask those questions. You wouldn't be caught dead walking down those streets. These are your Democratic leaders. These are your party officials. This is what you are signing up for. And if you don't think that white liberals aren't looking at this and seeing exactly what's going on, you are fucking stupid. You gotta be. Because anyone with a brain can see this. And the majority of white liberal children are privy to a different type of education than young black kids are. Critical thinking and assessing is something that comes easily to young white liberal children. That's why a lot of them do feel guilty about what they think and they deem as white privilege. This is where it stems to. Because they're watching it. They're watching it. And then, so they don't feel guilty about what they know is happening with their liberal privilege. They are attacking Republicans who have no fucking privilege whatsoever.
It was booked on Fox again on Saturday. The president was watching, and then an hour later he tweeted. But first, listen to what she said on Fox.
There is a crisis at the border, but there's also a crisis in Baltimore. And I don't think many people realize this, but Congressman Cummings, it represents the most dangerous district in America.
She went on to use words that Trump would parrot basically exactly. Watch.
There's abandoned row homes filled with
You should rest.
Hold on, I want to grab something real quick.
Critics of the president said it was a racist commentary, but was it really? Is it possible to criticize Democrat-run cities like Baltimore, Washington, D.C., Detroit, and the squalor in some of the urban landscape without being called racist, without being a racist? Well, I'm from Canada. I don't have a good grasp on these questions, but today we're going to spend some time with someone who does. Her name is Kimberly Klasick. She's a Baltimore urban activist who doesn't just talk the talk, she walks the walk. And in the last week, holy moly, did she get things going viral with her own video from the streets of Baltimore. And she joins me on the street right now. Kimberly, thank you so much for letting me rope you into the web. I appreciate you taking your time.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Well, we're in a very interesting part of the city. Can you give me a quick recap of how you got in the middle of this? How did it come to be that Donald Trump tweeted about your story?
Yes, so we all know that President Trump is running for re-election. So obviously this is probably a great story for him, especially with Cummings in the border situation. But I originally came to the neighborhood to ask a question regarding a statement that Congressman Cummings made on ABC Politics Sunday morning. And he said that his constituents were afraid of Trump. Now, I've been in this area many times before, and I thought there's no way his constituents are thinking about Trump. So I said, I'm not going to assume. I'm just going to go out there myself, and I'm going to ask questions. And the two gentlemen that I came across, the first two guys I saw, I said, you know, can I ask you what your reaction is to Congressman Cummings saying that he's afraid, his constituents are afraid of Trump? And they laughed. They literally laughed. And
Not because it wasn't even on their mind?
Right. They thought that was funny. And so one of the gentlemen offered to take me to show me something that was truly scary for him and, you know, his neighbors. So I don't suggest that anyone know this. I let a complete stranger get in my car and we drove 2 blocks down to a house where he and his wife lived. And he showed me throughout the entire alley just piles and piles of trash. And you could tell that a lot of it had come from illegal dumping. There's drywall, there's rolled up carpet, and then a lot of it came from the homeless addicts that were using these abandoned homes, which was right next door to him, and other things to find shelter. So there was a lot going on. You know, there were just kind of used paraphernalia, I guess you can say. But, you know, a ditch.
So now, let me get back to this.
With trash, homeless addicts, empty needles that they have used, and it's really right next door. So it's attracting rodents, cockroaches, you name it.
The videos are real, but they're not even Fox's videos. They're relying on unpaid guests who went in the neighborhoods.
They're relying on unpaid guests who went in the neighborhoods. What makes that any different? What makes it any different from someone you? If someone was paid, you probably would say they was put up to it, but she's not paid. She's someone who lives there. And this is how they discredit her. This is how they attempt to discredit her. This is what these white devils do to black folks that think for themselves and want to help black folks. The moment you try to honestly help someone else that's inside of your community, they're going to attack you, especially when you bring light to how they are fucking it up.
Unpaid guest who went in the neighborhoods, talked to people because she wants to support Trump and tear down Cummings. Fox's videos. They're relying on unpaid guests who went in the neighborhoods, talked to people because she wants to.
And those people, she didn't tell them what the fuck to say. They were honest, upfront, and candid. But this is how they try to destroy you. And you ask me, how are the liberals racist? And just look at what the fuck you see on this television. First, they all report on the fact that Ralph Northam is a racist, and then they're told to shut up, be quiet about it. They token Negroes to come out and say he's a racist, and then they told those token Negroes shut up and don't never talk about it again. On a daily basis, these people jump on their platforms and call Donald Trump a racist. Everything he says is racist. This fat fuck wouldn't know what racism is if it was standing in front of his face. He has never experienced it whatsoever at all. He is a paid mouth. He's a paid mouth. And when you're paid by a company, you're more inclined to say what they want you to say, and you have less privilege to actually be as honest as you want because you're under contract with somebody. So I would listen to her before I would listen to him. But he definitely went out of his way to attack her for going in her own neighborhood and showing that her own neighborhood has been destroyed by Democrat policies and leadership. And the moment that she says something, she's attacked by the liberal machine that has token Negroes that destroys you. Y'all don't hear me? This is what they do. Now, wait a minute.
To support Trump and tear down Cummings. And all of this happens, and then Trump tweets an hour later. He tweets about a woefully incomplete view of Cummings' district with clearly racist connotations. And all of a sudden, this spat is national news. And she was thrilled. Clackett wrote, "The president saw my work. This just made my day." Her Twitter feed has all the...
Why? Because she's happy? She's happy. Tony been dropping red pills for a while now. Keep it up, Tony. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate you, brother. And I believe we did have another donation too. It was from Mark Skog. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the donations. Thank you very much. Now let me get to something. I want to just put back to something that he said. This piece of scum said.
Videos about Baltimore's rundown neighborhoods. But I tell you all this to explain here is where the president is getting his information. Clackett was booked on Fox again on Saturday. The president was watching, and then an hour later he tweeted. But first, listen to what she said on Fox.
Then an hour later he tweeted. So he repeated what she said. The news do it all the time. If y'all don't remember this is episode 35. Don't worry, be happy. We are 6 minutes 32 seconds in.
Put it on.
I'm sorry, people. Hold on, let me go back. Can you guys hear it now? Let me know if you hear it.
People are looking up in the sky, scanning the skies to see what they can see.
Let me know if you can hear it now.
Hi, Atlanta. We're about to have a short course in missile expression. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy.
Don't worry, be happy.
Don't worry, be happy.
Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy.
Don't worry,
Don't worry, be happy,
Don't
people.
worry, be happy. Don't 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 worry, be happy.
Don't worry, be happy.
Don't worry, happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry.
The news do this shit all the time. They regurgitate the same thing all the time. All the time. She goes in, she exposes what's happening. He tries to take her for Elijah Cummings, who's doing absolutely nothing with his fat, sweaty looking ass. I can't stand these damn creatures. I know yesterday I was feeling the God in me, man, but today I just, Anthony Brian Logan reported on this, and I just said to myself, like, with all of the racist rhetoric that's going on the news right now, as far as, with Trump and everything that he says is racist, I wonder why they don't actually do anything about the real racist. And we understand. Street Politics with Talisha in the building. Y'all, make sure y'all subscribe to her channel, please. Make sure you all subscribe to her channel, Street Politics with Talisha. She's in the building. We will be having her on the show very soon. Eric, I have some merch on the website. I am not running for Tony X is not running for Congress. There's merch for Anton Tucker, who is running for Congress, and you can simply just go to tucker.vote, type that in, and you should be able to go in and go to the shop. Get you some things. Let's see. You should be able to go in issues, donate, message. Let's see if it's in the donation. Where's my merch link? That's strange. Is it on the issues page? That's ridiculous. Okay, yeah. You go into the issues page. We have to fix that. I'll have to have that fixed. But you go in and you buy yourself a t-shirt. We have a merchandise up right now. You can actually go get you a t-shirt. You'll get you a t-shirt. And all proceeds will be going to the campaign, and that's how you can support. If you want to support the campaign, if you want to support the show, then you can just donate inside the chat All donations are appreciated. We appreciate it. All the love. Thank you. It won't be long now. I am going to grab something this week. Thank you, Talisha. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the show today. I just wanted to put that out there. Real fucking hypocritical. They go and they try to destroy this fucking woman. And the sad thing is, black folks just keep lining up to buy this bullshit from these people. And all these people, whoever did the black folks, was just fuck them over. And then you wonder why. And this is to all the black folks out there. Then you wonder why you fuck up a good thing. You wonder why? Because you've been trained to love abuse. You've been trained to want abuse. That's the reason why women, you're out there, you're always chasing the bad guy, the wrong guy for you, the guy you know not going to stick around, but yet you still do it anyway. You still do it anyway, fellas. That's the reason why you're running out and you're chasing these girls who have 1 million pictures online with their ass out, and then no one's paying them to take pictures in the first place. They're doing it so people they don't even know can like the picture. You have been conditioned to want to be abused. And the moment somebody comes up and they tell you, hey, listen, these people fucking you over, man. You get upset, you get mad, and you attack them for telling you the truth. And then you want to blame a white supremacy or a white person this or a white person that. If you know that there's a system set up to knock your ass off, why are you allowing it to? Why are you playing in it? Why haven't you held the black people responsible that are a part of the Democrat plantation? Why is it that your people are so deep inside this political party? Yeah, your people are living like shit. Why is it that you allow these people to tell you not to join other political parties so you can infiltrate those and have a bunch of black folks in every political party so you can be heard? But yet and still you will stick with these people after they continue to fuck you over. Every single time it is time for an election, you are fucking used, pandered to, and then left and left to fucking squandering your own fucking thoughts as they vanish in the thin air. It's like they're fucking ninjas on you. After they get your vote, poof, they fucking gone. It's over with. You think Donald Trump's bad? Won't you start sitting down with proof? I challenge you to stop being so aggressive with people that like Donald Trump because he's doing something for your black ass. And show me somebody who's running for president right now that's done more for black people than Donald Trump has done for black people. And remember, he's only been in politics he's only been in politics 3 years now. He's only been in politics 3 years. Prison reform, $100 billion to the URC, lowest unemployment for any fucking minority in this country. He gave more money to historical black colleges than any other president in the history of this nation. That's true. Gave Flint $100 million 2017 and gave him $77.4 million this year. That he did that. But shit, show me somebody running for president right now that's brought 100,000 men and women home from jail, and 90% of them are black. Until then, we don't have shit to argue about. Don't talk to me about anything that you can't bring to me that's pure facts. I don't deal with dumb shit. I'm not involved in that. I pull both sides. Yesterday, you seen this show. I said, I don't agree with the president pushing red flags, and it's going to hurt his base if he continue to say that. I made sure that I put that out there. I made sure that I put it out there that I knew that he was wrong. That had nothing to do with video games. It got to do with bad parenting, the news media, and the politicians that are always promoting hate and violence. That's what I said. I love him. I love everybody. Everybody. Except for those that are willing to sell out their own people for personal gain and the machine that is set up specifically to destroy this human population so it fit the needs and wants of what they want and expect this planet to look like. No, sir. You stay seasoned. You stay safe. Stay healthy, stay American. And remember, fuck the other side. We don't care. One more thing. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon to make sure you're notified. Please make sure you check daily for updates. And please be aware that once I'm in New York City, back home in New York City, I'll fly out early tomorrow. Once I am back home, you can expect a show at least once a week. And we will have a live show as well. So please make sure that you guys are tuning in. And Thursday, 7:30, 7:30, I think it's Pacific Standard Time or Eastern Standard Time. I'll keep you posted. I'll let you know, but I'll be on Hotep's show. So please stay safe, stay healthy, stay American, and remember, before I get up out of here, fuck the other side, bitch. We don't care.